Hey, Jenny, how are you?
Hey, John, how are you?
Living the dream, man. Living Covita Loca. Hey,
Ev-
Keystone.
every
Yeah,
day, learning something new, figuring things out.
that's right. Well, we thought we'd get back together so we can share a little bit with you guys about where we're at, what's going on, and what you can expect, and some of the things that you don't know. So we just want to let you know that very important is that everything we do at Keystone is built around your family and your child and our faculty's safety. And again, the things that are going on for us in our community, they're important for us to attend to safety. One of the things I like to tell kids often is that sometimes the right thing to do is sometimes the hardest thing to do. And, and we're dealing with some really hard times and always trying to do the right thing. Yeah.
Yeah, and like John said, this isn't easy for you guys, and we know it. We know it's not easy for parents. We know there's so much unknown out there, unpredictability, and the stuff the kids that's happening on news, all of that is really hard to deal with. So our job really is to bring things back to keeping them as simple as they can be, delivering a really meaningful and fulfilling and a feel-good education to your kids, and making it as easy as possible for you guys to make that happen. And as you know, we've been blessed by our task force to pull together lots of information. And the metric that we sent you guys in an email last week, or I guess early this week, really kind of shows you exactly how we're tracking those numbers. And that is a non-emotional way, a scientific way to guide us towards the right thing to do. Emotionally, we want to see your kids. We want to hug them. We miss you guys. For the safety of your children, we've got to do the right thing, which for us is the hard thing. And the metric is guiding us in a really clear direction. We see it as a temporary situation, but we want you to know that barring any other strange kind of event or whatever might come down the way, we will be opening August 13th in our satellite mode. What's that mean, John?
Well, satellite means that unfortunately, due to COVID spread in our community, the safest way for us to gather together is online with some fun small group activities in the afternoon that your children could participate in. And so Jenny and I wanted to share with you what that looks like. We've typed up what we're going to say is a sample schedule because we're in the beginning of getting this laid out. But in general, the things that we'll talk about with you today will be what happens. When you see the schedule here in just a second, don't think this is exactly what it is. So I'm going to go ahead and share that with everybody so we can all take a look at it.
As you guys know, we've got a space theme. And so all of the things that we're doing have to do with helping children know how to interact and pull some fun ideas with space. So what John's sharing with you here is basically our model. This is just kind of an idea of what the morning and the afternoon of your child's day in the satellite mode of online learning will look like. Again, these things can change and move around, but basically we wanted you guys to get a good feeling so you would know what to prepare for. And then our teachers are working hard to prepare this as well. John, you want to explain this to them?
Yeah, for sure. So we're definitely making changes from last year. We didn't like the group model where teachers were delivering a lesson for everybody because for us at Keystone, individualization is really, really important. So the focus of our morning will be built around individualization with your children. It'll start around 8:30, 8:45, and it'll be a greeting or an introduction. Start with a whole group of kids. Last year we found that there wasn't a lot of opportunities for kids to interact in that kind of a setting. So this will be a brief introduction and a start to the day. And at that point in time, kids will find on their devices a link for a specific time for them to meet with their teacher in either a small group or one-on-one to work on individual skills. So there'll be multiple times throughout the morning where they can do that. And those will be focused on whatever it is that they need. So say, for example, if on Monday we were thinking about doing math in a classroom, then that teacher would have kids coming in to work on math with her. And in that regard, kids may be working on different types of math skills that they need to learn. So it may be, like addition with regrouping, or subtraction with borrowing, or multiplication facts, or ways to multiply, processes for that, measurement, different kinds of math activities. And then different days could be geared towards different things. Of course, every teacher's will be a little bit different, especially based on the age group. But, if it were math for one teacher, then maybe Tuesday is reading, Wednesday is writing, Thursday is math again, and Friday is reading again. So we can focus on those core subjects and get those one-on-one times. And then everybody will have a break. They'll go to lunch. They'll have a closing activity right before they do that. And that'll just be an opportunity for the teacher to say goodbye, give them some thoughts for the afternoon. And then we're going to begin our satellite on-campus experiences at Keystone. Remember, this is not the schedule, but just an idea of what the schedule is going to look like. We're building it currently. So one group of children might come on campus, like our 3-year-olds. It won't be all of them. It'll be 2, 3, 4 kids. It'll be a core group. They'll stay together throughout our entire satellite program until we get a natural break, like fall break. Then we'll regroup the kids back together so that kids can build relationships with other children. So when they come on campus, they'll be with their teacher, and they'll go experience campus. They'll get to go through things like pasture or project or art or explorations on the campus or PE or the COG, or teachers will let them know beforehand to come with their swimsuit and a life jacket because they're going to go down and play in the creek and explore the creek. So we'll do that as well. Jenny?
Yeah, and so it's super exciting because one of the things that has really been a challenge for Keystonian families is that Keystone was not made for online. Keystone's made for children and childhood and exploration and hands-on learning and relationships. So the morning portion really attends to the academic component of the child. And also there are moments there for small groups, for social interaction and emotional interaction, building those relationships with teachers. But when they can come to Keystone, they remember what it feels like to drive onto that campus, to be in the pasture with the animals, with 1, 2, maybe 3 other kids and their classroom teacher. And what happens then is that emotional, social bond really, and the relationships are strengthened. The children feel safe. They feel inspired to learn. Their curiosity returns. All of those things that we really cherish at Keystone and about childhood and about your children. So as they're working together, whatever they're doing, we will ask them to, because we know it's a short period of time, but we've worked really hard to figure out a way to get each child on campus at least twice during the week. We're going to ask them to try to go to the bathroom before they come. Will they have to go to the bathroom when they get here? Possibly. And you know what? We have bathrooms and we'll take care of that. But we will always manage to keep kids physically, safely distant. We will make sure that everything is clean. We'll ask them to bring a mask in case they need to go into the building to keep that place clean and keep everybody safe that way. But this way we're staggering the kids so everybody will be safe arriving on campus and departing from campus. We've thought also that, this is a challenge for families. How do you make this work? An hour out of the middle of my afternoon is not going to work for me. Well, we do have some thoughts there. I lost you. Are you still there?
I was stopped my screen share. Am I there?
I see you, but I don't see.
Oh, I took it off. Want it back on? There you go.
Doesn't matter. It's okay, because really what we're talking about here is that one way that John and I have talked about helping families offset some of the challenges and burdens of online learning is to partner. Maybe you guys can reach out to a family of another classmate in your child's class and figure out a way to rotate some of these visits to campus, and maybe one day they're with you and one day they're with another friend. And that way children get that interaction, but also it offsets the times that you have to be at campus. And of course, this will happen through conversations that you will have with other parents and families at Keystone, because you'll need to determine if your protocol is the same. That'll be up to you guys. And we will provide next week, we'll start new Slack groups that will help you guys make those contacts and reach out to each other. What am I missing, John?
Well, Also noticing on this schedule, there are, that each classroom will have their own group of kids, and they'll stay with their teacher and be separated by our beautiful 16 acres, so that we can keep those groups small and know who's with who at all times without an interaction in those cross groups. They'll pass each other, they'll wave, they'll say hi, they'll be glad to see their friends. But we'll stay with each grade level will stay with their grade level teacher during these experiences.
And please remember that these groups are 2, 3, and 4 children at the most. So that's helpful to understand that we are really going to be able to honor the distancing and exactly what we need to do to keep these kids safe.
So we know nobody's excited about starting in an online format, but for sure, to us, safety is the most important thing. And we will start in an online format because the numbers are growing fast. But hopefully, through some mitigation techniques over time in our state, we'll find our way back into a hybrid mode, or even all the way back in on campus with everybody safely on campus, learning together and getting to be together again. We know that day is coming, and we know it's not too far away. Our metrics are really good, and they will provide opportunities for us as Oklahoma works on mitigation and getting this under control. Remember, you can always follow our metrics. You can find those on our website under the About link, and then there's a COVID link from there. So feel free to check on those. They get updated every single day, so you can check on those metrics and see how they change.
Let's see, we're going to have our directory will go out next week, which will give you other ways to contact families. You can watch for that Slack. We're going to use Slack instead of GroupMe this year. We found that's a better vehicle for communicating for our families. And then you can always join the Facebook group anytime. And that's Keystone PAC, PAK, which is our form, as you know, of a PTO or PTA. And for new families, this is brand new. We welcome your questions. You guys can text me or John. You can call the office and ask to speak with us, and Melanie can refer that to us. We're here because we really do want to answer your questions and make sure that we're getting our message across, that no matter what the situation is, your children, your family, our faculty's safety is number one. And that's what drives everything we do. And as we approach a whole child safety, we're going to attend to your kids academically, spiritually, physically, emotionally, socially, the whole ball of wax. That's a really awesome ball of wax you guys have there. So we're working hard to make this as easy as possible, as simple as possible, but we know it's hard. And we're here to hear about that for you guys too. Anything else, John?
Well, if you guys need anything, like Jenny said, feel free to give us a jingle. We'll be happy to answer any questions that you have and help you through all of this. We want you to know that we're on the side of your children. We love them, and educating them and giving them enriching and meaningful experiences is our top priority, as long as we can do it safely. So we feel good about our plan. And we just can't wait to get to see their faces on August 13th, the first day of school. So look forward to seeing you guys, and thanks for taking time to listen.
Love you guys. Thanks.
All right. Bye-bye.